Trump loses in court, that's what.
This judge should change his ruling.
Because this op-ed says so. The Palm Beach courtesan, or whatever the he's holding up that he has a printout of, said the judge is wrong. So the judge should change his ruling.
Okay. Now he's telling.
Let's get to Trump and the New York Attorney General sitting just feet apart in the Manhattan courtroom.
General of New York sitting right there. You can see Donald Trump sitting there next to his attorney Christopher Cox, his lead counsel.
I think it's a real shame that we just got this late-breaking decision by the judge. There will not be cameras in the courtroom because that would serve as sort of a counter-example to some of these, courtroom step presser events that are taking place, because certainly that's not going to happen inside of the courtroom. There are things, you can read a transcript, you can get reporting from inside there, and certainly CNN has, a lot of people there. But there are
His lawyer's got an Asus ROG, bro. What the fuck? Oh, what's she playing on there? What's she playing on there? Lena Hot Boss. What are you playing with? You a gamer? What's that? Playing with our fucking hearts, Lena. What the hell are you playing with?
sort of ineffable things that you get just by observing a courtroom, a glance, the way somebody is seated, whether or not, we're hearing about.
And it's got the fucking RGB.
And gaming laptop,
Oh my
nice.
God.
Sort of Tish James and her eye contact with her, not with Donald Trump. Things like that I think are really important. But no, this is political theater. The press conference that Trump just gave, I don't think we carried all of it because it was, not really pertinent to actually the case at hand.
I mean, he's the most powerful laptop, so.
Wait, dude.
If this continues, does that impact the judge and how? I mean, the facts are the facts, right? And what happens in the courtroom is clearly very different from what they see outside the courtroom.
Yeah.
But does it impact? Does it have bearing inside the courtroom if he's turning this into a campaign event?
No, it shouldn't. The answer is no. It absolutely should not. And I think that this judge will do a good job of sort of keeping the court and the public opinion sort of separate. However, we've talked about this before. It could only impact the courtroom when it sort of veers off into that, tips over the balance of potentially interfering with witnesses, when sort of danger comes into play if he's actually advocating violence, for example, things like that. We're seeing.
Do you think Lena Abbas is a Valo E-dater, dude? I'm sniping Lena Abbas, and she's on a Valorant E-date doing uvu voice. Some 45-year-old dude who's also lying about his age and acting like he's 17. Do you think they get fucking? Do you think they get usernames? Alina Hubba, not Lena Abbas. I don't know what I'm fucking saying. I fucked their name up. More like Alina Hubba. Am I right? Okay. That's honest. Asus ROG Star laptop. I don't know what size, but that's a laptop. I mean, I can tell from. I don't know what exact laptop it is, but we know it's a fucking Republic of Gamers laptop.
That aspect of it play out in some of his federal cases about where to really rein in on his First Amendment rights.
CNN's Bryn Gingras standing by for us once again. Bryn, the AG's office really just laid out what they hope the judge will do here. Yeah, it took a little less.
No whole headline for
Hours to do
this.
so. I want to go to what's happening right now, though, Kate, and then I'll talk about that. Right now, we're actually hearing from Trump's attorneys in their side of opening statements, essentially saying here that there were no attempts to defraud, there were no unjust profits made, and there are no victims in this case. Essentially saying Donald Trump built a huge empire, and he did it all, rightly so. Essentially saying.
By the way, I was thinking about this in the shower this morning. What Donald Trump did is ridiculous. But having said that, a lot of people do this kind of frauding. Like a lot of people do this kind of defrauding, fraudulent activity, and we are really punishing him because he's Donald Trump. I mean, it's a good thing, and we should do it. It's almost like the inverse of the Hunter Biden thing, where like Hunter Biden lied about Hunter Biden lied about being under the influence while like purchasing a gun, right? That's the most American thing he could have done, but because he's Hunter Biden, and also because he fucking filmed himself doing such a thing, it's something that's absolutely prosecutable. But yeah, I think we should move in the direction of prosecuting more people.
Saying that he didn't do anything that was against any rules, and he performed all the right sort of maneuvers in order to make money. And so this is the crux of their case, right? This is how they are trying to defend their clients. We know that Donald Trump is sitting there at that table with his attorneys, weighing in on what they're saying as they're giving these opening statements. But prior to that, you're right. We heard about, like I said, an hour or so, less than, from the state's attorneys saying that they did defraud, that they wrote out financial statements and lied on those financial statements. We saw video depositions from multiple members of the Trump family, including the former president, his adult sons, and members of Trump Organization, including the former CFO Alan Weisselberg, and the state's attorneys asking the questions of when they were lying. Were they lying then, or are they lying now? So these are some of the things that we are hearing from inside that courtroom as these opening statements continue. And sorry, I'm just getting some information.
I love that his one of his counters is that we lied, but like it's a win-win. Everybody made money, which is pretty sick. Like that's a very cool way to try to defend yourself, where it's like, yeah, but whatever, shut the fuck up, everybody made money. Funniest part is big groups like that are usually audited by one of the big four, and if they did their engagement duty, they would have raised this issue on the financial statements. This is why using private industry to self-regulate is flawed. So, Azan's tax division accountant, do you think that he's going to shift the blame over to his accountants and have them eat it? Or because there's internal auditors or internal accountants and external ones, and I know the external one talked today. Like, how does he get out of this? He just like changes it to a different name, sets up a new LLC,
Claiming the
takes it under the
accountant.
bus, tries to lower the punishment because it's at $250 million right now. CPA here, the bank relied on his SFC, which was unaudited, so we can't blame his accountants for that. Just pull in Eric Adams and say your CPA made a mistake because he recently became homeless. I forgot about that, dude. That is, God, he's so sick. God, Eric Adams is such a fucking freak, dude. The Daily Beast. Donald Trump apparently calls in a massive McDonald's order at the New York City courthouse. Respect. Please tell me we're gonna go over to the lawyer for getting to check the jury trial box. Lamau, what?
From my producer here is saying that Trump actually is standing and he's leaving in the middle of these opening statements that are happening, and there is a 10-minute break, so he's actually leaving that courtroom. So I'm not sure if we'll actually get my colleague down here to give some more information here, Scanell, who's inside the courtroom, but again, there's a 10-minute break during those opening statements, so we're still trying to get that information. But guys, the crux of this case obviously laid out in these opening statements, a lot of questions as to what, if there was any fraud. We know that the judge made a huge ruling last week saying that there was fraud in some of the elements of this case and penalizing Trump and his sons and the Trump Organization, taking away some of the business certifications as well, and we'll see if he hands down huge penalties in the amount of dollars. That's one thing that the state's attorneys did say before they wrapped up their side of the thing, saying that they asked the judge to bar the
Lawyers didn't request a jury trial on the paperwork, so he's not gonna get one like he intended to. Respect. Based lawyers.
Trump family from doing business in the state of New York. So again, things are very fluid right now. Of course, we're gonna continue to get you updates from inside that courtroom.
Trump's hot lawyers, why don't I have a jury too? I was so right about her. That's so funny. Wait, she's the one who fucked it up? Get the hell out of here. Wait, send me the actual correctly. Chatter, what the fuck is this? Oh, I love her. The RGB one.
That was very good. last 5 minutes was outstanding because the judge essentially conceded that the statute of limitations that we won at the Court of Appeals is in effect. Therefore, about 80% of the case is over. I was going to come out and say that.
Mind-blowing. Legal experts warn that lawyers' incredible screw-up is very ominous for Trump. Another video game attorney L. Bro, honestly, you can't be fucking hating on Donald Trump for hiring her. The problem is, I said when she first came into the fray, I said that he hired her specifically to do like external communications in the legal team because she's hot, which I think she's a media personality first anyway. She has like a fucking shitty ass legal degree from I think like the Bahama law school or something, like I forget where, but she is like, yeah, she got like a Trump University ass legal degree, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see where she
Okay,
not that it matters. I mean, you still have to fucking pass the bar, but oh, I wasn't wrong. Okay, she got a Widener Commonwealth Law degree in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I was no, it's not the American Samoa University. Yeah, she went to Widener Commonwealth Law. Yeah, it's in the bottom 25%.
yeah, I don't think that undermines the
best
degree.
school in the nation. It's like in tier hell. It's like bullshit ass, barely accredited ass fucking university. And she was hired specifically to be the media person, and she was originally a media person. So, I'm just shocked that like they actually made her do like real lawyering. Alina Habba sued for being a gross racist hell boss, creating a hostile work environment at the New Jersey law office. Defendants Alina Habba and Michael Medallo seem to particularly enjoy listening to and rapping along with what is generally perceived and classified as gangster and hip hop music to energize, motivate, and otherwise pump themselves up prior to making court appearances. Alleged the complaint filed by Nasiah Drayton in the Superior Court of Middlesex County, New Jersey. Drayton was the only African American employee in Habba's shop. Describes feeling uncomfortable with their boss, regularly blasting and singing along with graphic lyrics, replete with the N-word and demeaning references to women and their anatomy, as one does in a law office, obviously. Okay, I take it back. Fine, bring her on stream. Yeah, 100%. I would love for her to come on stream. That's not a joke. She can defend Donald Trump and then tell us what video game she plays. Yeah, but this complaint, like, I don't know. I mean, her fucking singing along to rap songs is stupid. Anyway.
As you know, we're not entitled to a jury, which is pretty unusual in the United States of America, so I think it's very unfair that I don't have a jury, but the judge's last statement was very fair, and if I read it right, I'll let perhaps one of the lawyers speak to it, but maybe you'll speak to it if you would. But the way I interpret that, and the way everyone else in the room seems to interpret that, is that the statute of limitations.
That's awesome. Yeah, but the thing is, she might be a gamer, but that doesn't mean she's a good gamer. You know what I mean? She might be a G, but that doesn't mean she's GG. Oh my god, I hate myself. I'm so fucking stupid. Why am I like this? I'm just so fucking annoying and awful. And if I wasn't like
What's he even
average,
saying?
maybe marginally above average looking, I would have gotten zero benefits in society. Seriously, I'm sorry. Okay, let's just stop. All right, let's continue. With this.
But a lot being laid out about how this case is going to look, and we're hearing it could last as long as 3 months. And we do fully expect, guys, Trump to take the stand at some point.
Yeah, and while you're speaking, we're looking at one of the live cameras from outside the courtroom, Brandon. We do see, as you just reported, looks like they have started a break as we're seeing people leaving court, and it does look almost like they're setting up for Donald Trump himself to be walking out soon as well. We're going to keep our eye on this, Brent. One thing that I'm seeing from our colleagues in the courtroom, also reporting that for the Attorney General's office, in their opening statement, they asked the judge to bar Donald Trump from doing business in New York. That's on top of financial.
Yes, chatters are asking. They're not letting people record inside, unfortunately, which is a sad day for American justice. It's a sad day for everybody. Justice will maybe be served, but you know what? Won't be served fucking content, or juicy content.
Financial penalties that have clearly already sought. That would be such a blow to Donald Trump, the business, the organization, the empire, and the brand.
Yeah, so no, that's one of the things that we also don't know what's going to happen next after the judge's ruling last week. As I said, the business certification.
At least we still got that Georgia trial that will be televised, which I'm fucking stoked on.
From Trump, his sons, and the Trump organization were stripped. And it's last week during a hearing that the judge gave Trump's attorneys another 30 days to figure out exactly what that would look like. So that's very unclear where that stands right now. But yes, just before they finished those opening statements, they said that they do want to bar the Trumps from doing business in New York, and this is where his empire, started. So it's very unclear as to what the future of the Trump organization and the wealth of the Trumps will look like after this trial gets finished. Remember, it's a very significant trial, and like you said, the Attorney General is asking for $250 million. Doesn't seem much to the Trumps, but the judge is the one who makes the discretion of how much he's going to penalize for finding.
Okay, there's no. First of all, the trial in and of itself shows that $250 million is a lot to Trump. If you pay attention to the fucking literal points in the trial, you would realize that, oh fuck, that is actually a lot of money for someone like Donald Trump. It's a lot of money for anybody, but certainly for someone like Donald Trump, who apparently is in court right now because he lied about his net worth, which means he lied about his net worth, which was supposed to amount to $1 billion. Okay, and he lied about it and said it was $3.6 billion, which means that $250 million is a quarter of his net worth, like his true net worth. So that's a lot of money. That's not a little bit of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for everybody.
I mean, really not for him.
But definitely someone who is only worth $1 billion. I can't believe I'm saying only worth $1 billion. God damn it, I hate what this is.
Only.
What this even is. The other side of this is that these courts are, in my opinion, they are designed specifically. Wait, does Hassan defend Trump? Always, brother. I love Donald Trump. He's my favorite. He's the greatest president of all time. I especially love the tax cuts that he gave to the wealthy. I thought that was fire. Anyway. And then sunsetted the tax cuts that the working poor got because fuck them. They need to be more productive. They need to know their place. Anyway, yeah, I love Donald Trump. What's not to like, dude? He made America great. He gave corporations massive tax cuts at a time when corporate profits were sky high. He deregulated all the fucking federal agencies that were barely doing a decent job to begin with. He put a psychopathic fundamentalist Christian zealot like Betsy DeVos, who spent her entire fucking life destroying public schooling in the state of Michigan, so that she could do that for the rest of the country, which I love. She's also personally related to Eric Prince, who is a war criminal who should literally be tried under the International Criminal Court, but we can't do that because he's too rich and too powerful. Love that. That's a sidestep though. Eric is whatever. Who cares about him? Yeah, what's not to like about Donald Trump? He showed attack plans to Kid Diddler Rock. I mean, think about that. Evil Hassan be like, feed the rich? Hell yeah, dude, feed the rich. Exactly. Nobody wants to work anymore. That's what I say all the time. Yeah, he built a wall and made Mexico pay for it, even though he kind of didn't. He just like basically threatened Mexico with economic, with possible tariffs, so that they would retain the migrants and refugees that were trying to come into the United States of America and passing through Mexico, which is really odd because we claim that we, the wealthiest nation on earth, do not have enough resources to take care of all of these people. And And then we literally are saying, Mexico, you take care of them. When there are literally Mexicans in Mexico, they're also
I think conservatives say believe elections are
trying to leave
stolen.
Mexico to come to America. So I don't know how the fuck they're going to take care of these people. Yeah, just great stuff. And now we actually want to invade Mexico, so it's sick. Except I do legitimately believe that we will never invade Mexico, partially because of the same exact racist reasons why we didn't last time around. Too many Mexicans. That is not a joke. Look it up. Okay? There was a point in time, I forget exactly when an American congressperson famously said, no, we can't invade Mexico. There are too many Mexicans there, and if we take over, then they have to be American citizens. Making invasion predictions again? Hell yeah, I am. We could have most of Mexico. They offered to the USA, but it would dilute the blood, brother. Hell yeah. Mexico was invaded, just not taken over. Let's keep going.
Whichever way he chooses on these issues at hand in this trial. So it's going to be significant, and it's so interesting as we watch beginning of this, before opening statements even started, about how Trump made all these comments attacking James, as he hasn't been shy about doing, attacking the judge, which again he hasn't been shy about doing, not even addressing Letitia James when he walked into the courtroom today. And you know, the judge is the one who's going to make those decisions, not a jury. So we're going to.
That's a bit of a pussy move that he has like Twitter fingers, but like when he sees Letitia James in person, he doesn't have the smoke. Kind of a coward move if you ask me. Like, what's up, bro? You afraid? Huh? That was going on? You don't want that smoke? What's going on? You call her a thug all the fucking time online, bitch.
Let me see how that all lays out. Another thing, when we talk about him testifying, we also could hear from his sons as well. His attorneys saying that they're going to be bringing people to the stand that are going to show that the way he did, they filled out all these financial statements, that they are just everyday things that happen in the state of New York, that they were completely okay and there was nothing wrong about them. So it's going to be a lot of interesting testimony, although it's very confusing, right? Because it has to do with all these financial statements. But at the heart of the case here is, did they commit fraud? Did they knowingly commit fraud? The judge making that huge ruling last week saying that they did. So we'll see how it continues to play out.
Absolutely. Bryn, thank you. Bringing us details from Inside Court as we continue to look. Now that they're in break, expecting that Donald Trump will be leaving the courtroom sometime soon. Caroline and Ellie are here with us once again. What we heard from Trump's attorney, as Bryn was laying out, no victims, there was no intent to defraud, there was no unjust profits, and there were no victims.
That is a valid defense to the remaining counts. Again, important to note, the judge has already ruled in favor of Donald Trump before the trial on one of the counts, but these are the remaining counts. That is a valid defense. I want to hear what the AG's response to that is going to be. Another really important thing, the fact that this is not a jury trial changes everything. It changes everything about the public statements. It changes everything about the way you would give your opening statement in the court. It changes everything about what
It was a victimless fraud, dude. It's fucking awesome.
witnesses you're going to call, how you're going to cross-examine them, because now you're making your case not to, in this case, 6 civilians, but to not just the judge, but a judge who knows this case. He's probably the foremost expert on this case. So that really changes the entire atmosphere here.
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, I literally, I said this, I think the first time that we found out about this, like, Donald Trump, just like Stalin, is a bit of a bank robber. Bank robberies are victimless crimes. He defrauded a fucking bank to get better conditions on a loan, okay? Am I gonna stay true to my genuine perspective about banks and say that, like, robbing a bank is cool and also a victimless crime, even when Trump does it? Yeah, I think so. I think the real shitty part about it is, like, on the one hand, he's inflating the value. On the other hand, he's deflating it for lowering his tax burden. I think what he should do, like the proper thing to do in this situation, is take that assessment, that appraisal that he utilized when getting the loan, and force him to pay taxes on it. Because, like, this fucking piece of shit is still operating in the state of Florida as though Mar-a-Lago is worth $20 million. He actually sued to ensure that the appraisers still considered Mar-a-Lago to be a $20 million property. Pay taxes on a $750 million property, please. That would be sick. I would love that. That would be justice served. I don't give a shit about you stealing money from the banks. But I do give a shit when you're stealing money from the government.
And we saw how brief the opening statements were compared to what we're used to here, and that may speak to what Ellie's talking about.
Yeah, the judge doesn't have to get up to speed on anything. You know, to your point, Kate, this first sort of landmark decision in the summary judgment.
Yeah, I mean, the houses around are like 300 million, whatever. No, they're not. They're like 50 million, but Mar-a-Lago has a land deed restriction, which Trump uses. You steal money all the time. No, I don't. The only time I steal is at the top of the hour when I serve you a 3-minute ad break and I tell you, like, subscribe.
The judge ruled on last week. It's kind of a unique statute in that the pervasive fraud, typically in fraud charges, the
Yeah,
hallmark
so
of fraud
good
charge
one.
would be some sort of intent to defraud, would be a victim. This is more of what we call sort of a strict liability charge, in that really the judge was able just to look at the facts. He's already is going to be ruling on the law, but for this bench trial, he's also the finder of fact. He looked at the the receipts, as it were, and said, no, this is fraud. As a matter of law and as a matter of fact, this is fraud, and we don't need to move forward with that count. Now, for the issue of intent on these other issues, I think there are 5 individual defendants here on top of all of the entities. I don't anticipate it, but we definitely could see sort of a blame game going on, sort of the finger pointing specifically maybe with Alan.
Hey, real question. How is it not criminal? Because it's business and it's specifically real estate, which is where, like, the boundaries of what is fraudulent and what is a crime and what is legally permissible get blurred, because it's like one of the most like capitalist industries that you can be in. Loving the new Donald Trump show. Oh my God, how did they film it like that? This is so perfect. Oh, is this AI? Like, or is this real? What the fuck? It's AI, right? There's no shot. Is it real? Please tell me this is real. Oh my God, it's real. Oh my God, it's real. It's actually, shit's crazy. Trevor's getting mad at the judge smiling. Man, I fucking love this dude. Like, every part of this, dude, it's amazing. It's amazing. I hate Michael Rappaport. I think he's so fucking annoying, but this is awesome. Trump torches operative judge during trial. This judge.
What is actually happening?
He's in a recess right now in Trump's Scylla case, but the former president did stop to talk to the cameras on the way to lunch. Let's listen to what he said. Promoted by the Attorney General, Mr. Rupp. We have murders going all over the city, all over the state, at a record level. It's an epidemic, and they waste their time on this. With banks that were very happy, they got all their money back. They weren't defrauded. I've been defrauded.
That's awesome. He's like they should investigate the banks.
The judge, the rule that a building, that a property is worth $18 billion, $18 million, when in fact it's worth over $1 billion, probably $1.5 billion. It may be worth anything.
Wait, why does he say it can be worth anything? Oh my God, is he going to publicly be like, I can sell this to Saudi Arabia for any money, any number I want? Is he literally just about to be like, listen, I can sell this for infinite money to Saudi Arabia? I know he said it. Guys, saying it in deposition behind closed doors is very different than saying it to Fox News publicly. Understand something, okay? He said it in deposition, okay? The only evidence we have of him saying that is in the footnotes that the judge wrote. Okay? There is a very, like, you know about it because I've been talking about it nonstop. The average American is not familiar that Donald Trump said, I have an unlimited line of credit with Saudi Arabia. They'll buy my properties for however much I want. Because while there's truth to what he is saying, I don't think that that would be well received by the broader majority.
Which I sold are worth much more than were listed in the financial statements. By double and triple. What you have to do, and we're wasting our time with this trial. With the Democrat judge from the clubhouses, it's a disgrace. They ought to look for the murderers and the killers that are all over New York killing people. And the violent...
Dude, there's so many murders and killers let loose in New York that are killing people. It's crazy because, like, the murder rate is lower than
So, what about him?
fucking, like, South Carolina. But, you know, they're doing it. I promise. They're out there doing it. The violent crimers, dude. They're fucking out there. Oh, yeah, they're called cops. True.
crime that's being committed in our city and our state is disgraceful, and we're going to be here for months with a judge that already made up his mind. It's ridiculous. He's a Democrat judge, he's an operative, and it's ridiculous. Other than that, things went very well.
Will you come back after lunch, Mr. Trump?
Probably.
Yeah, so mad.
Former President Trump took a very short lunch, and now he's back in front of the cameras in the courthouse. Let's listen in. As I say, murders are going on as you stand here. They're wasting everybody's time for many months on this case where banks got paid a fortune. A lot of money got paid money back. Didn't even need that money. It's a great company. We have to go through this. So this deal broke, but we've already discussed that. Why are we trying a case that the appellate division of New York State has just ruled recently that we won 80% of our case? And this judge refuses to acknowledge the ruling, which is very plain for all to see.
Dude, God, this is perfect. Inconvenience Donald Trump popping off without the bully pulpit president is my favorite Trump. I've decided. Like, dude, honestly, if he just had a television show, I think he would be happy and everyone would be happy. Like, because everyone would watch it. He's just the best. He's so good. When he's like bitchy and angry and like yelling, he is literally the best. No bully pulpit. No actual legitimate power. Win-win situation. Just give him a fucking reality TV show, dude. It's perfect. He's the white man's Wendy Williams, okay? 100%. Oh, the Prince episodes would be such a great reaction. Dude, those things are like, I think those things are in a fucking vault, brother. They, if I even thought about reacting to it, NBC would come down so hard up my ass, dude, I would actually get permabanned off the platform. Just by thinking about it. Wendy Williams, the white man's Wendy Williams? Okay, true.
They wanted, you know, it had to do with Ivanka, it had to do with other things. It had to do with the statute of limitations, where they wanted to go back to 200 years ago, 500 years ago. It was limited, very much limited, and it amounted to about 80% of the case was won by us in the appellate division. And this rogue judge, a Trump hater, the only one that hates Trump more is his associate up there, the person that works with him. She's screaming into his ear almost every time we have
Trump hater?
Disgrace,
He's right.
Disgrace. So this rogue judge refuses to acknowledge the fact that we won 80% of this case in the appellate division, including statute of limitations. You know, the statute
Yeah, so all about himself now.
he wants to go back so far that nobody's ever even heard of such a ridiculous thing. So we won a case in the appellate division, and this judge refuses to acknowledge the appellate division, meaning he's got contempt for his own court system. Nobody's ever seen that before, but he refuses to even talk about it for an hour. And the Attorney General is a total corrupt, she's a corrupt person, a terrible person, driving people out of New York. Number one, that's number one. Number two, it just came out a few minutes ago where Palm Beach County, the people that do this agree with us 100%, and they say the judge is wrong. The judge is wrong in his ruling. He valued Mar-a-Lago at $18 million, and it's worth $1 billion, maybe $1.5 billion. And you saw where various properties
He's right, dude. Maybe $1.5 billion. Maybe $2 billion.
that we have that are valued in the financial statements, which is totally subject to the clause that we've all been hearing about doing buyer beware, as they call it. But this just came out. Error in New York civil fraud case against Trump is flagged by industry insiders who say valuation of Mar-a-Lago cited by judge is based on a misunderstanding of basic real estate practice. So they're saying the judge has misunderstood basic real estate practice. I say they're wrong about that. He didn't misunderstand it. This is a rigged court. He's put there to do a job on Trump. Now this comes from highly respected officials in Palm Beach County. Also, apparent mistake by Judge Engoron surfaces in the use of a Palm Beach County appraisal of Mar-a-Lago that an expert says is detached from the true value of the property. Now, I don't know.
Wait, what? Wait, how? What? How can there be two separate valuations for the same property when the appraiser that is valuing it for the government purposes of paying taxes on the property, but then when you go to the fucking bank, you can just like say it's literally like 100x, 200 what was it? No, it was 2,300% more. Why would the bank allow that? Do they hate money? I'm a realtor, and someone as big as Trump can pay off an appraiser 100%. People do it all the time. Yes, but the difference is like the part that is the issue. Okay, there's usually a difference between property tax appraisal and market price, but not to the tune of 20x. That's what I'm trying to say. Like what? Okay. What Trump is claiming on the property tax appraisal and market price is common practice. It's just not the difference between $76 million, which wasn't even the tax appraisal, by the way. Tax appraisal, I think he kept it at 20 or 18 or something. But like $76 million versus $700 million. Okay, that is fucking nuts. Trump is 100. Oh, by the way, I don't know. I mean, it is like a lib-ass judge, but I do still think Trump will probably win this. I mean, I guess if he had a jury, he probably would have, but without the jury, I don't know. And that doesn't mean that he's not doing fraud. It's just, that's not how this works. It's like saying on a home loan, you make $750K and you actually make $75K. Is all the real estate valuation completely made up for capital owners? Am I crazy? I mean, yeah, pretty much. In fucking Florida, no way it's worth $1.5 billion. Tax appraisal is usually half true cash value, which is the selling price in a normal market.
Executive law. One doesn't have to be a lawyer to see the danger to anyone doing business in the Empire State. Anybody that does business in New York State is crazy. When you have a radical left attorney general like Letitia James, who's a disgrace to our country, who got elected on the fact that she's going to take down President Trump, we're going to take him down, she did nothing about it. But she got elected on that basis. And we have others likewise. Take a look at what's going on in Georgia. Take a look at Jack Smith. Take a look at these people. This is called election interference, and worse than that, really much worse than that. And you don't get much worse than election interference, especially when we're talking presidential election of 2024. So,
dude, he's so mad. I love seeing him mad. I can't be alone on this. Like, even though it's like 1p right now, I don't know. It makes me so happy seeing him just angry. He gets so cute. He gets so fucking cute when he's mad.
This judge should change his ruling.
Because this op-ed says so. The Palm Beach courtesan, or whatever the fuck he's holding up that he has a printout of, said the judge is wrong. So the judge should change his ruling.
Nice.
He's like a baby. He's like a fucking angry baby, dude.
He said he was totally wrong, and he was ruling based on them. He ruled we didn't even have a chance to.
This is the best his lawyers came up with. Hello, the lawyers do not control the show outside the courtroom. It's the Trump show, baby. That's number one. Number two, his fucking hot ass lawyer forgot to request a jury for the trial, so he's already like doubly cooked. Okay, fucking gamer ass lawyer, dude, couldn't game the goddamn system. Yeah, too busy grinding leagues, still fucking stuck in ELO hell. So he's cooked.
Testify. I got a call last week, sir. We lost part of the case. I said the trial didn't even start. You know, the trial starts, I guess, today. He ruled that we lost a big part of the case because he's a Democrat club politician. He's a Democrat operative, and he's a disgrace to people that call themselves judges. And I hope my lawyers go in, and I hope they fight him very hard. Because this guy's getting away with murder. And his clerk should not be allowed to be in his ear on every single...
Her GTRP is leading into a real world job. Yeah, this guy's getting away with murder, which of course, he's also not prosecuting. There's a lot of murders happening in New York right now. So many murders, and they're purposely not fucking prosecuting those murders.
You take a look at what's happening with her. She hates Trump more than he does. So that's where it is. We have 80% of this trial has been won. In June, they came down, end of June, with a decision. Very powerful decision. And it said, on statute of limitations and just about everything else, did you say approximately 80% of the trial? Attorneys, is that right? Approximately 80% of the trial won. He refuses to acknowledge his own appellate division. And I think it's a disgrace to our country. And somebody has to fight. He said, you don't fight. Our country's going to go down the tube. This is election interference. This guy's a highly partisan person. We
Democrats.
can't let this stuff happen. So you should ask yourself as professionals, I have a lot of respect for you, not all of you, but a lot of you. Why is it that he didn't honor the decision of the appellate? And by the way, I believe it was a unanimous decision, right? It's a 5-0 decision, unanimous decision. And he said, I'm not going to honor it. Let's go to trial. There's a judge that should be disbarred. This is
wild that like these same courts gave Stephen Donziger a contempt of court, like a bullshit contempt of court violation that actually imprisoned him under false pretense. And yet this guy can just go outside and still be within earshot of the fucking judge and just like yap and say whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I mean? Like this is a moment where you could technically hit him with a fucking contempt. He's just yapping around, dude. Bro, lock him up. These fucking re-thuglicans, dude. They got no respect for the law, brother. You know what I'm saying? Lock him up. Sick and tired of these re-thuglicans, okay? With no respect for the fucking law. I say law and order. Law and order. Lock him up. Lock his ass up.
So why is he getting so mad at the ending there? Based on Donald Trump can do public speeches. Is everything there?